The next part of the definition is in the present moment. A key part of mindfulness is being absolutely 100% completely and utterly in this moment. Because I'll tell you something, this is all we've got. This moment right now, right now, right now, right now, right now, right now. They've already gone. This moment is absolutely all you've got ever. And what we do, instead of being in this moment, is we live in the past, where whatever rubbish happened might have happened. We live there, and we bring that rubbish into our present, and we allow it to inform our thoughts and our feelings and our behaviours in the present. But it doesn't belong here, it belongs in the past, because it's gone and it's done and it's happened. It belongs over here, but we lift it up and we bring it into our present, and we allow it to affect us in our present. And when we're not living in the past, we're fretting about the future. What might be, what could be, what might happen, what might not happen. If something happens and within 5 minutes you've catastrophized it to the nth degree and the whole world's ended, oh my God! But nothing's actually happened except in here. Sorry, Rosie. Nothing's actually happened except in here. My youngest daughter, when she was born, was allergic to everything in the world, bless her cottons, dairy and eggs, peanuts and strawberries and blah, blah, you name it. And gradually she grew out of all of them except peanuts. And just before Christmas we were called to Alderhay Hospital in Liverpool to get her tested to see if she's still allergic to peanuts. And so we duly went along and we saw the consultant, and he said, right, so we're going to do the test today and we're going to see what we can see. Brilliant. And the first test we did was just some dots of nut oil down her arm to see whether she reacted to any of them. But the results were inconclusive. They were a bit positive and just not enough. So the consultant came into the room and said, right, we're going to have to do some blood tests. So I'm going to send you downstairs to get the blood test taken. As soon as my beautiful daughter, who was only 7, as soon as she heard the word blood test, she went, the absolute screaming habdabs. She was hysterical. Because when she was little, when she was 3 or 4, with her dairy allergy and her egg allergy, she had to have quite a lot of blood tests. And because she was so tiny, because she was allergic to so many things, they could never find a vein. They couldn't find veins in her arms, so they used to take the blood out of her hands, which is quite hard to do and very painful. So as soon as she heard the word blood test, she went into absolute hysterics, because what she was doing was bringing her experience from the past into that moment in the present and reliving it, and reliving the pain that she'd experienced 3 or 4 years before. But we managed to convince her to come downstairs to the lab and get the blood test taken, because it would tell us whether she's still allergic to peanuts. So we did. We waited about half an hour to see the nurse, and we went in to see the nurse, and she was lovely and she was really chatty, and she put Gracie at her ease, and she was absolutely beautiful. Gracie pulled her cardigan up and sat there, and the nurse found a vein, and it was all great. And so then the nurse turned around and picked something up, and as she turned back round she said to Gracie, now you might want to look away or bury your head in Mummy's shoulder or give Mummy a cuddle or something. But as she was saying that, she was turning round and she had the needle in her hand. Now the needle itself was only about this big, but it had the most enormous tube on the end of it. So to my 7-year-old daughter it looked like a needle like this. And as soon as she saw this needle, the nurse didn't even give her time to bury her head in my shoulder. As soon as she saw the needle, she went hysterical again. Oh my God, Mummy, I don't want to. She pulled her jumper down. I don't want to have bloods taken anymore. I don't want to, Mummy, I don't want to. We managed to calm her down, and the bloods were taken. It took a couple of seconds. As we walked back to our car, she said to me, do you know what, Mummy? I said, what, baby? And she said, actually, it didn't really hurt very much at all. For about 45 minutes of the hour and a half that we were in the hospital, she was hysterical. Absolutely hysterical. But for literally a minute of that 45 minutes is when something actually happened. The rest of it was when she was reliving something from the past and fretting about what was going to happen to her. But actually, for most of that 45 minutes, nothing had happened to her at all. And when the thing that she was scared of actually did happen, it actually didn't hurt very much at all. In the present moment is where we need to live, because largely Nothing bad happens in the present moment. And if it does, then you can respond to it. So what we're going to do for 1 minute, we are going to do absolutely nothing for 1 whole minute. And I want you just to be here now. And as you sit here, you can close your eyes, you can keep them open, whatever you're comfortable with. But as you sit here, I just want you to notice what thoughts come up for you, what feelings come up for you, what urges do you get? Do you get the urge to play with your phone or look at something or distract yourself or think about something or, oh, what shall I do tomorrow or blah. Just notice what comes up in this 1 minute with yourself of being here. There you go. Quite a long time, isn't it? Yeah. I do that for 10 minutes every evening. I meditate in the mornings, but every evening before I go to bed I do that for 10 minutes. I lie on my bed and I just see what happens in my head for 10 minutes. Set the timer for 10 minutes. And I just see what comes up, I see what thoughts come up, I see what feelings come up, I see what urges come up. I'm not going to ask you to share, this isn't a workshop or anything, but just know for yourselves what came up in that minute. And I would encourage you all to do that regularly, to take just 1 minute from now on, just 1 minute every day to sit and just be in the moment with yourself and see what happens. And when you've mastered a minute, elongate it, go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go as long as you like. Like I say, I do 10 minutes every day. Be with yourself in the present moment.